So I thought this was kind of cool. In 2022, Italy saw an active games workforce exceeding 2,400 employees. And although this figure might appear not that great, not that significant, it actually signifies a remarkable 50% surge compared to just 1 year prior to that, 2021. And this growth is a reflection of the country's games sector's ambitious expansion efforts. These revelations stem from a fresh report presented by the Italian Interactive Digital Entertainment Association at its recent first playable event in Florence. And this is kind of why this whole story of Italy kind of blowing up recently with their games market has kind of been popular. And I keep seeing the story come up, and I wanted to finally dig into it because it is actually kind of interesting. The Italian gaming market is in the midst of rapid development, bolstered by the implementation of tax incentives for game development in May of 2021. According to the report, a noteworthy 20% of companies currently maintain a staff size ranging from 11 to 20 individuals, marking a 5% increase over the previous year. Impressively, 69% of the surveyed companies have expressed intentions to augment their workforce or engage with new partners within the next 2 years, which is a 10% rise from the previous year. The workforce demographics also reveal that half of the employees fall within the age bracket of 30 to 35, and 32% are aged between 25 and 29. Only 7% is above 40 years old. In terms of gender representation, women constitute 24% of the Italian gaming workforce, which is a huge improvement compared to 1% in the previous year. The most prominent job category within the industry is art, which encompasses 30% of the roles in the country. It is closely followed by technology at 29%, design at 18%, management at 12%, and general support at 11%. Financially, a majority of businesses indicate self-financing as their primary source of funding, though this figure has decreased from 93% reported in 2021. It looks like it is now 86%. 30% of companies receive support from publishers, while 29% secure public funds, which is a rise from 24% in the previous year. Private equity backs 19% of these entities, and 13% operate via fundraising. A smaller fraction utilizes banking assistance, that's 10%, and even smaller percentages anticipate future venture capital or obtains financial aid from platform holders. And regarding the platforms targeted by these companies, the majority of the Italian gaming industry is focused on PC titles. So the demographics here are kind of weird because they don't equal 100%, but from what I'm seeing that they've got 84% working on PC titles, followed by 54% working on mobile titles, and 38% are working on consoles. I assume the reason there is overlap is because there's like multi-platform games. So yeah, the big takeaway here is that the Italian gaming workforce has increased by 50% from 2021 to 2022. That is honestly insane. While the growth is substantial, the industry remains relatively modest in scale. So merely 22% of game companies report a turnover exceeding 500,000 euros. I kind of feel stupid. I thought it was pounds, but I had to look it up. With 26% generating revenues ranging from 100,000 euros to 500,000 euros. The majority, so 52%, operates with a turnover below 100,000 euros. I just think it's really cool. You know, Italy is renowned for its rich cultural heritage, and I don't know, it's kind of crazy that it hasn't, adopted to the modern world where, as cringy as it might sound, video games are definitely a form of art. And yet Italy has historically struggled to establish itself in the global video game industry. But it really looks like things are definitely turning around for them. Like I said, it looks like a lot of this upsurge has been fueled by tax credits, as well as it looks like funding initiatives that just overall support gaming. And even more than that, it is also said that the growth of the Italian game industry is also attributed to two other key factors, one being the rise of mobile games in about 2011, and then the other being the pandemic, which highlighted the social and economic value of video games. Despite its small scale, the Italian gaming market generates a turnover of 2.2 billion euros from consoles and software, ranking among the top 5 in Europe. While progress is evident, the Italian game industry still lags behind countries like France, France, and the UK. The introduction of government support, it's a crucial step in placing Italian developers on the global stage. Looks like there's a company called Stormend Games, something like that. Anyway, using them as an example, they have grown from 5 employees to over 100. Ubisoft Milan also stands out as a significant international presence in Italy, and the success of projects like Mario plus Rabbids, I think that's how you pronounce it. I always see it in writing. I've never actually known how to say it. I think it's like a Rayman thing. So that has kind of spotlighted the country's creative potential. Overall, the belief is that with continued government support, this trend will definitely continue, and the Italian game industry will continue to grow and evolve, asserting its place on the global map. I'm very happy for them. It might sound kind of crazy, but look out for Italy coming up within the next, 5-10 years. Especially with indie games kind of being the new norm. A lot of indie games are actually better than like AAA titles these days. So you don't need some, crazy multi-billion-dollar company to make a good game. You can have like a Hollow Knight or a Chained Echoes come out of a smaller gaming industry. So look out for some really cool games to be hitting the market very soon from Italy.